Yo, what's going on YouTube? I'm Ian Bellinger, aka Too Salty. I'm 19 years old, and this is my setup tour. First off, I want to thank everyone who's been supporting my content for the last few weeks. I've been really trying to push out content consistently just with everything I have going on. And I appreciate everyone who's still supporting me with deleting videos and making different type of content. So kind of the first thing that I want to talk about are my monitors. I currently have a triple monitor setup, and with those monitors, all three have different purposes. Currently, we have this monitor right here. This monitor is a 144 hertz 24-inch monitor, and I use that usually for my chat. So a lot of this has to do with streaming, secondary stuff like Spotify or whatever. And then we have our monitor to our very right over here, and this monitor it's a 60 hertz 20-inch monitor, and I currently use this monitor for the basic purposes such as like Spotify, Discord, and things that usually you just wouldn't need anything more than 60 hertz for, and that's what I would use the 60 hertz monitor for. And then we have at the middle our main monitor, which we would use for most of our gaming. We pretty much use the main monitor, which is 165 hertz. It's a 24-inch. This is my primary monitor, and I felt like 165 hertz is the perfect in between. It's better priced than 240 hertz, but it's also not underperformed like the 144 hertz monitor, so it's kind of a good in between in my opinion. Now moving on to the gaming computer. This is what probably most people came here for, so I'm gonna go in details about the specs, how I got the computer, and how I kind of built up to getting this computer as well, and saved up the money to get it. So first things first, I want to say the specs. Inside of the PC, we currently have a Ryzen 7 3700X with an RTX 2060 for a graphics card. We have liquid cooling that's Corsair built, and that just provides the best cooling that you could possibly get, especially for Ryzen processors. And we currently have 6 fans, not including the radiator. I also have 16 gigabytes of RAM with an Asus motherboard. Then I have a dark flash case. Now this PC is actually a sub $1,000 PC setup, so if you're looking in the $1,000 range or just willing to stay around that range, this is the perfect PC for you. Also, I do want to include that it has 256 gigabytes of SSD, and it has 4 terabyte hard drive. 4 terabytes, if you don't know, is a lot. For personally, I need 4 terabytes because I create content. With creating content, you're going to create a lot of videos, and I don't want to just delete everything, so I want to be able to keep and capture those moments. And I'll also probably get an external hard drive if I fill up on that, and just keep building on the content, and I just wouldn't want to delete it. Pretty much to do everything that I want to do. Edit, it's amazing for pretty much everything, and I haven't had any problems with this so far. I'd highly suggest it if you're looking to build a PC, or if you're looking for a gaming setup, or to start streaming, or whatever the case may be. So now moving on to the peripherals on my current setup. I have a lot of peripherals on my setup, and I think my peripherals are amazing. I kind of strive to have some of the best peripherals, or just peripherals that are unique and different than what I usually see on TikTok or other YouTubers. So I currently have a vintage Havic keyboard that I started using recently with orange stained white and somewhat grayish black keycaps, and I think the keyboard in general is just an amazing keyboard. I love it. I think that it sounds amazing, and it's not something that's too loud if you're looking for something that is just the perfect sound. I'd never want keyboards that are just too loud in general, and I just always want to have something that sounds good and it just feels good in my hand, because I also have big hands, so I need to have a keyboard that also can provide that. So next we have our Fifine Microphone. This Fifine Microphone I've had for a long time. I do plan on upgrading, but currently this Fifine Microphone has done perfect for me. The audio sounds amazing for the price. price. It's just been completely insane for me. I would suggest this microphone for anyone if you're looking to get a microphone in general. I actually got this microphone sent out to me, so shout out to Fifine for this. Next up, we have our SteelSeries Aerox 3 wireless mouse. And this mouse I actually am addicted to. I literally have 2 of the same exact mice just because I am in love with the mouse. The mouse is super lightweight, feels great in my hands because it's also designed for people that are also on the bigger side in terms of hands. I'm always looking for mice that can fit my hands perfectly and something that's comfortable but also lightweight. Now you can go to SteelSeries.com and download the SteelSeries app, which will also allow you to have some extra customization features on the mouse if you're looking to get even more in depth with your Aerox 3. Over here, we just have a basic red Scorpion red and black mouse pad. Nothing special. It just came with the desk, and we'll talk about the desk here in a minute. I've been able to do so much with this mouse pad. For the price of this mouse pad, this is probably the best mouse pad that you can get. We have our Philips headsets. I'm actually not quite sure exactly what these headsets are by heart, but they're open ear Philips headsets. I've had these for about a couple years now. They are the most durable I have thrown these headsets across the room multiple times. Open ear is basically where you can hear outside noise. You're basically aware of your surroundings, and I like to be aware of my surroundings. Next, I have my clock, and this clock is actually a wood tempered clock. It, tells the time like I guess any clock would, but it also has something very unique that other clocks I feel like do not have. It tells you the humidity of the room, tells you the temperature. I think for a clock, that is just super cool. It looks amazing in terms of the aesthetic for the setup, and it really just adds another piece of character to kind of make my setup unique. And I did say I want to talk about my desk, because my desk is a huge part of the setup, and without it, there would be no setup. It's an L-shaped matte black desk, but it's a perfect mix between plastic and wood, but it's also not super hard at your desk all the time. So finding a desk that's comfortable for you is super important, and I'd highly suggest this desk. And a little extra, so this is kind of behind everything that you see with the cable management. I pretty much have all my cables wrapped up. Everything is super organized. All the cables are routed through the triple monitor stand. We also have our speakers hidden in the back here. We have our lights, of course, that are also hooked up back here, which connects to these lights that you see. So pretty much with that being said, this is my setup, and I appreciate everyone who's even watched this far into the video. I'm trying to make my videos more and more. Every time I click the record button, and I'm just super supportive with all the support that I've been getting recently as well. And yeah, man, I'm gonna get back to it. I gotta edit some videos. I see you guys when I see you guys. You guys already know. And I'm out of here. I'm thick. I be saying this, man. I've been saying this since day one. I'm thick.